Hello, I'm Lizzy.
And I'm Izzy, and we need help.
Each week we stumble through a new book, method, or concept that brings us one step closer to being our best self.
Yes, we make fun of ourselves.
And others.
But mostly just ourselves. So here's to not taking self-help quite so seriously.
Welcome to We Need Help. This is Lizzy.
And this is Izzy, and today we are doing part 2 of Aging Disgracefully, aka The New Rules of Aging Well, by Frank Lipman and Danielle Claro.
Claro. Okay, first I should probably tell you what was the Scottish book that we did?
Where he was just like screaming, unfuck you. Or unfuck yourself. That was our episode was unfuck you. The unfuck yourself was the book. Yeah.
So remember how I said I would not ever sleep with a Scottish person?
Yeah.
And then I kind of came back on that because I found out somebody that was super hot was Scottish. So I changed my mind. Well, it turns out I must have really pissed somebody off because my credit card was stolen and it was being used in Glasgow.
Are you kidding me?
Mm-mm. I bet they were buying condoms.
Karma. Or how would they say it? It's karma.
It's karma. Yeah, okay, so
Oh.
So they fucked me anyway.
How much money did you get was stolen? And
it wasn't
from
much.
Scotland? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know what it is in Scottish dollars, but 200 US.
Oh, that's not a small amount. I mean, it's not a huge amount, but I mean,
I've paid less for sex. No, that's not. That's not real. That's not real. I've never paid for sex.
I've gotten paid. I
get the money for sex.
Yeah.
Okay. So isn't that great?
That is cosmic, whatever the word is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's cosmic.
Yeah. It's definitely cosmic.
So you got fucked by the Scottish.
But they got me anyway, even though I said I wouldn't do it. They got me good.
Oh, they sure did.
200 big ones.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking kombucha.
What is it good? Do you like it? What's
Passion
the
fruit. Passion
Ooh.
fruit. It's Health Aid Kombucha, passion fruit and tangerine. And it will send your gut health to a new level. It's beautiful.
Health Aid. Okay.
Health Aid.
I don't think we can get that in Poland, but what I'm drinking is Ostrometsky water.
Yeah, it just rolls off the tongue.
Ostrometsky.
I'll be like, yes, may I have an Ostrometsky, please?
I think that's how you say it. Ostrometsky. Metzko. I'm Polish and I don't even know.
Okay, see, how can you expect anybody
They have
else
been
to
producing water since 1570.
Okay, that stuff never happens here. This place, you can't tell how long they've been producing. It's been so... I'll reach out to them. We'll do that on the afterbirth, how long Health Aid Kombucha has been being made.
And I'll find out more about Ostrometsky water.
Okay, so I gotta tell you, I had my blood drawn today.
Did you do all the tests that he suggested in the book?
No, I don't know what this is me. I go up, I say, I don't know what I'm here for. I think the doctor wants to get some levels. And so the doctor, they said, who's the doctor? This, what's your birth date? This. And the lady says, oh my gosh, that's my son's birthday. Mm-hmm. My birthday's 6/12. You guys can send me stuff if you want.
Yeah.
I said, wow, that's an unusual birthday. Not a lot of people have 6/12 as a birthday. If you follow it 9 months back, I'm sure it's like fucking tax day or something.
Yeah. It's a stressful
My parents are turned on to it because they don't pay taxes. Ha ha. Anyway.
They're going to get the IRS knocking on the door thanks to you. Karma.
Yeah. See, I paid it forward. So then so she says, that's my son's birthday. I was like, wow, cool. Like, that's weird because it's not really that popular of a birthday. And she goes, yeah, I've got 6/12 and mine's 7/6, which is Jacob, my son's birthday.
Wow.
So I'm her son's birthday and she's my son's birthday.
That's cosmic. That's like a cosmic thing.
And I took it as a sign that we should probably stop talking at that moment. Because mom ain't looking for no more friends, you know what I'm saying?
I don't need any more friends.
Nah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah. Not a lot of people would take that as a warning sign. I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you got blood tests because later on, so part 2, we're doing the second half of his book, which is fitness and rest, deeper wellness, everyday habits, and the last one is inner health. And he has a chapter that he's just talking about all the tests you need to take. Like, so I thought you were just following his advice and taking all the blood tests that he recommended.
I think she is doing that to me
Okay.
because I had to fast. But it's all to get these hormone pellets, y'all. And of
Oh.
course, which only has to do with my looks. Okay?
I
Like,
give a
all
my
I
health.
want. Yeah, I mean, I'm just assuming they kind of run hand in hand.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be a full-on alcoholic if I didn't care not to age or, or if I didn't, I'd be a full-on drug addict.
Vanity got me sober. Did I tell you this?
Tell me again.
I woke up one morning after drinking with my friends, and my one friend Peter looked at me in the morning. He goes, "God, Isabel, you look like shit." And I never wanted to feel that way again. Like the shame of looking hungover. And I quit drinking shortly thereafter.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
I'm assuming I didn't have scarlet, but like, I think that I would, if I had no physical repercussions, I probably would do a lot to myself.
Yeah. And here's the thing. This is what we're all about. Embrace your defects because sometimes they can help you.
They always help me.
Yeah.
They always help me. Am I overly sensitive? Yeah, but I probably am going to pick up on a lot more to begin with than anybody else will,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
We got to embrace our defects.
Yeah. So what now? So you're getting this blood test and then they give you what?
This is the best part. I have no idea. None. My friend Stacy, who consequently does my Botox, this is another example of my friend that I pay to go see.
You have a lot of those.
My friends that I pay. But anyway, no, she is adorable. I love her. She's super sweet. She told me, I said, "What do you know about this?" She goes, "Oh my God, and she talks with the Southern accent, so cute. "Oh my God, Lizzy, they're amazing. You're going to love them." And I was like, "I'm in." Yeah. They're like testosterone and, estrogen. And I think they can put a couple of other gins in there.
Just throw them in.
Yeah. I'm like, put whatever you need to put in there because I'm in. Like,
Yeah.
so then they just shoot them into your, like a little rice-sized pellet into your hip or
And it slowly releases.
Yeah. They said there was a long time where people were saying it and they said it goes into your ass. And I just figured they like shot it up your butthole.
And you were like, sweet.
And I'm like, I'm kind of into that. Not really, but sort of if you're down. You know what I mean?
If you're into that, I am.
Yeah. If you could get it up there with just the tip of your finger, that's fine. But so I was really turned off, like honestly, like all seriousness, I was turned off by that ass play. But then once they said they inject it into your skin, I was more down with that.
It's funny because Poland has something similar for alcoholics. They don't allow it in the United States. It is a pellet that they inject like surgically into your butt, and if you drink, you die. Almost.
Ooh.
Like you almost die. Like
Almost
it's
die.
very
Okay.
bad. You can die. I know one person that did die. So it's for alcoholics who don't want any kind of other solution other than fear. They just want to live in fear. So they will go and get this thing injected into their butts, and then they'll like fucking knuckle it. What is it? A knuckle? What's the
Dry heave, dry knuckle.
No, dry knuckle. Is
White
it
knuckle?
White knuckle. Dry knuckle.
That's
Hey,
another
dry
ass
knuckle.
thing. That's an ass thing.
Make sure your knuckle is dry.
Then the guy tried to dry knuckle me. Oh, it was all good until he tried to dry knuckle me. Oh, there's nothing worse than a dry knuckle.
There is not. So yes,
Excuse me, sir, do you have any coconut oil back there?
because that is disgusting.
That looks dry.
Your knuckle is like flaking over here.
I can't even look at that. That needs some hydration.
Put that
right there.
away.
Oh my God.
So that's what Polish alcohol. That's the Polish version of the pellet. We have way to keep you young. We inject something in your ass that makes you not. If you drink, you die. So
And
you drink
drinking
water
ages you.
instead.
Oh, I love it. So if it works, I'm gonna have to bring you a pellet and inject it into your ass.
I'm fine with.
Are you fine
injecting
with that?
things. Yeah, I can inject.
Okay. She likes ass play too.
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah.
It's so funny because like whenever I go to the doctor to get blood taken or anything, they're always like, "Are you afraid of needles?" I'm like, "I wish."
Oh,
Give me that
grasshopper.
thing. She's
back
like,
up.
I can't find a vein. I'm like, give me that thing. God, you're useless.
Oh my God. You couldn't find a vein if it was like bit ya. So my friend, she used to do heroin, which I didn't know. It was pre-me.
Okay.
Pre-me. Aw.
Oh, who's
no such
this
thing.
friend? I mean, I don't think you want to call her out. But do I know this friend?
Yeah, you know of her, and I think you might even know the story, but
Okay.
her knee got all swollen, like she had an injury on it, like it was full of water, like water on the knee. It's like, and I was like, oh my God, like your knee looks so much better. She's like, yeah, I drained it. I was like, with what? She's like, with a needle. I used to do heroin. It's like fine. I was like, you are savage. Like,
That's pretty
Yeah.
savage.
she's savage. She's a savage one anyway. I would shout out to her, but she's like got a full on like professional career now. So
Yeah, no, you don't want to. I don't care about
yeah.
that.
Yeah. This is Knee Drainers Anonymous here.
Yeah. So should we? Okay, I have one question because I printed the notes from our episode today, and in our warm-up banter, you had written planning a kitchen, and Home Depot lady said, "I'm the best there is." What is that?
Okay, listen to this. So
Yeah.
I go in and we're trying to plan a kitchen, and it's a huge kitchen because we cook for at least 12 every Sunday.
Yeah.
And then we have parties. This is kind of our lifestyle. We
Yeah.
love to cook. We love to entertain. So I'm trying out different kitchen people to get a good design.
Okay.
So I go into Home Depot. This is going to be my budget option.
Yeah.
By the way, it really isn't, just so you know.
Yeah.
Home Depot, love ya, but you cost the same amount as everyone else.
Really? Okay.
Well, I mean, it's a small percentage different, 10 or 20%. So
Okay.
I walk in there and I was like, yeah, I'm looking to plan a kitchen. This lady, so badass, she's like, yeah, I'm your woman. I'm like, oh, are you? She's like, I'm the best kitchen designer there ever was. Straight faced.
Wow.
I was like, okay, I love it.
Wow.
I loved it, and I haven't got the designs back. I just thought of I'm supposed to send her something. Totally forgot. Okay, my unorganization is on fire.
Yeah.
It's bad. But yeah, so she was so confident. So basically, anybody who asks me if I can do something, I am just going to start saying I'm the best doer of that. I'm the best there is. Jason's like, can I get some? I'm like, from the best there ever was? Sure.
Yeah.
Duh.
That's cool. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering about that and how
I don't know
how it relates to the book. We don't know, but
I don't know. It was like 2 weeks ago when I wrote that, so
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Yeah. So what? Oh, go ahead.
How's your week? Tell me what's going on with you. I know you got some shit going on. You got a house guest.
Yeah, my chick's dad has made the decision to leave the care home. But it's seriously, I think I understand. Because at first, like, we took him to this really nice care home, and it looked like a 5-star resort. But when I went there to take him out, I was packing his things, and we were looking around, and it looked like the scene of Awakenings before they wake up. Which really, people, it was scary. There was people like zombies, and I thought 2 things. One thing, I wanted to throw a ball at them to see if they reacted like in Awakenings.
Yeah.
And then 2, I thought they were just going to snap and attack me like zombies. Like it was.
But you only had a sandwich, so you smashed a sandwich in their face instead. Is that true?
Yes, that is true. And then we actually got kicked out of the care home, so that's why he's with us now. No, but so he's staying with us, and I ordered a kitchen this week, so that was exciting. But I ordered it from IKEA. So the design was not IKEA, but I took what my designer had designed, and I took it to IKEA, and I said, "Can you make this?" And they said, "Yeah." The Polish IKEA said we could do that.
The Polish IKEA.
Yeah. So shout out to IKEA. The kitchen that we wanted, they priced it at, I think, $40,000. The kitchen that IKEA priced ours is about $5,000. So there you go. That's the difference. Almost the same.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really
That's
cool.
a big difference. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll try IKEA next.
Yeah. Just go to.
I'll just go to Miami.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there tomorrow.
At IKEA?
I'm going to be at Miami tomorrow because I'm going to go get it. I'm going to get all my boxes from the Stella Project because we're merging the Stella Project and we need help.
Yeah.
It's going to be on our store. So I'm going to have the boxes here, which is going to save me like a shit ton a month.
Yeah. Good.
So why not?
Good.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's it.
All right. Let's get back into the book. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you liked this book.
I loved this book.
I love this book
I didn't
too.
like this book. I love this book. And I've been, I wish everyone would obviously take my advice and live their life exactly how I said to, because they would be so much better off.
You know how boring the world would be if people were all the same?
No, I'm not telling them to do the things I would do.
Oh.
I would naturally fuck it up, but I'm
Yeah.
telling them to do it right.
Oh, okay.
No, I've been recommending this book to everybody. It's so good.
I have too. I recommended it to my mom. Yeah, it's just fantastic. And we finished off food, and the next level he was talking about was fitness and rest. So just keeping your body in motion, exercising intelligently, taking daily recovery seriously, from sleep to massage to meditation. So yeah, fitness and rest. I really like this chapter because I think I get freaked out at the gym because in my mind, I have what I used to exercise like, which was hardcore. Mm-hmm. I used to go hard. And he says here to mix it up a bit. A little bit hard, just keep it, varied, which I really like.
Yeah. he gave gave so much good advice like in this, and he said you have to get like tons of sleep.
Yeah.
Which I naturally get 9 hours of sleep at least.
How do you do that?
I used to get 3 hours of sleep, and I just finally decided, because it was making me ugly, that I look better with more sleep, and my brain works better.
Okay.
Not to mention, Jason's mentioned on several occasions that I can be a little bitchy if I haven't gotten enough sleep.
But you have no problem, like, do you just establish a bedtime and stick to it? How do you do that?
Well, it's easier with a kid. I just go to bed with her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She gets also 9 or 10 hours of sleep.
Yeah. All my friends with kids get like more sleep, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't have kids, so we end up. I think I get sucked into shows, you know. I sit there and I'm like, oh, you know, and because it's kind of. Yeah, I'm trying to detox from the day, and I do it in sort of an unhealthy way. But
Well,
when
we watch TV when we go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
We always have.
Okay.
Do you?
No, we don't have a TV in the bedroom. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We don't watch TV at all, like on the TV. We sometimes like Friday night we'll be like, let's watch a movie, and then then we'll put it on the big screen. But usually it's Maciek on his iPad, me on my computer, and then we're watching different things, you know.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Because we don't have similar tastes in shows, but sometimes we do, you know. So like we watched a couple of shows that we'll watch. Well, like Fleabag. I don't know if you ever watched Fleabag.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
hilarious. Yeah, we really like that one. But or we watched the first season of The Morning Show. We got into that together. But usually he likes historical, like World War II documentaries or documentaries about aviation.
Oh, those are always.
I like different stuff. I like horror movies. I like true crime, and I like reality TV. So.
Reality TV.
I do. I Love Is Blind. I mean,
Oh my God, Love Is Blind. My friend MJ is into that one right now. She's like, "Have you seen the second season?" I'm like, "No, I gotta." Right now, I'm in Friday Night Lights, which is about football.
I know. I love Friday Night Lights. Yeah.
Yo, you've seen it? It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. I love any kind of like teen drama is fine with me. Like my favorite show of all time is The Sopranos.
Yeah, I just watched every season. I just binge watch every season of The Sopranos. Yeah.
That's my all-time favorite show. I love any I mean, I like most anything. I really don't like scary though. Mm-hmm. I don't watch a lot of scary, but I can do psycho thriller. But I don't want the gore and the violence, and I don't want anything with zombies. I don't like zombies. I love vampires, and I'm again shouting out. I do want one. I want a vampire.
Shout out to all the vampires. I want you.
I want you. I need you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to live forever, and I want everyone I know to live forever.
Yeah.
Not everyone I know. There are everyone I love to live forever. And I want to watch everyone else die.
That's the most evil laugh.
All of the others.
Anyway, he talks about that, like limiting the screen time before bed. I do all like the bad things, and now I'm aware of them, so I'm kind of feeling slightly guilty about it. But
so I didn't tell you this, but because of his recommendation, I announced to the fam, no more TV before bed. We're going to download the Calm app, and we're going to listen to stories by like Matthew McConaughey and the guy from can't remember, one of my favorite shows, Frick. I can never remember the name of it. Anyway, he's amazing. He's my like, there's Bradley Cooper and then there's him, but I can't remember his name ever. But anyway, so I downloaded it. Well, after birth that, because it's really important. And the show is really good.
Good.
So I was up all night long listening to these stories from these readers. I went through like 8 of them.
Oh, wow.
It was bad. So my sister had recommended, Chuck Norris had recommended it to me. And I was like, you're a psychopath if you could sleep to those things. They kept me up all night long. I think I got 2 hours of sleep.
Oh, that's so funny.
So now we listen to how it's made.
Okay. Yeah, so what, do you have a bedtime ritual? He talks about that, having a bedtime ritual.
I already told my bedtime ritual.
Just love listening to it. Yeah.
I mean, I told it in the last episode.
Yeah.
It's boring.
Yeah.
I wash my face because I'm civilized.
Yeah. Okay. What about, okay,
Do you sleep naked?
I hate sleeping naked. I don't like it. Do you?
I wish I could. Scarlett sleeps with us a lot. I'm not supposed to tell that, but yeah.
Okay. I don't like sleeping naked. I don't know why.
I like to sleep naked.
You do? Okay.
I feel better. Yeah.
Okay.
I like it. I like it's more like I can regulate my body temperature a little bit better, I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I don't want to sleep. I mean, I prefer not to sleep naked. I mean, I like to sleep alone.
The doorbell's ringing. Can we take a short break?
Let's take a short banter break. We'll be back. Thank you all for listening to the We Need Help podcast. We actually need your help. You can become a member of the We Need Help movement. Can you tell us how?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's this really cool service called Patreon where you can support artists, people doing different projects, people like us. You basically go to the www.patreon, that's patreon.com/We Need Help podcast. And you can subscribe a monthly donation every month. Stipend, yeah, for just $1 a day. You would be helping us out greatly. And if you become a Patreon, you get access to exclusive content. You get a say in what we do because every month we're going to be picking somebody and they get to pick a book that we're going to review. So you actually have a bit of a say in the art that we produce, which is really cool.
And you get to go to heaven.
Yes. That's the number one thing. You get to go to heaven. So
if you don't do it, you're going to hell. But if you do it, you get eternal life.
How awesome is that? For just $1 a day, eternal life.
I mean, eternal life for $1 a day.
So again, we would really appreciate your support. It costs money to do this, by the way.
It costs money.
It does. Yeah, we were shocked. We're like, what?
But I do want to say thank you guys for listening, and we would appreciate any support you could give us.
Yeah, we just want to get better and we want to grow and we want you to grow with us. So that's awesome.
We have big plans.
We got some big plans. So please become a part. Log on to www.patreon.com/We Need Help podcast, written together. And Patreon is spelled patreon.com/We Need Help podcast. And then you just click on become a Patreon. You can do PayPal, you can do credit card, you can put it on whatever. We don't care how. Just do it. Just do it.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love you so much.
Welcome back. We are back. Cool as ever. I don't know what that means. Cool. Totally cool. Totally with you now.
Before I left, I wanted to ask you a question because he talks about meditation in this chapter of fitness and rest. Do you meditate? You mentioned you downloaded the Calm app.
I try. You guys have tried. The only meditation I can do is, you know what? And we've talked about that a million times. Yeah. I just am not good at it. I'm trying really hard. I am seriously considering going to a meditation 3-day. Wow. And having some greasy yoga, super woke and chill and down to earth and that guy teach me, or that girl. It could be a girl or a guy, and just teach me what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah. I think you know what? It's so funny because I don't do yoga and meditation, but when I have done what you are suggesting, I forced myself and I'm forced into it. It is miraculous. You do feel so much better.
Yeah, I need if once I glom on to how to do it, I will get it. But my brain works very fast. It, you know, I joke about it, but I'm not kidding. I have at least one, maybe several $1 million ideas a day.
Yeah.
You know, that work for people. Like I literally could like just tell you if you call me right now and tell me about your business, I can tell you how to make it successful.
Yeah.
I can tell
Yeah.
like just one little cunt hair out of the box that will like, you know what I mean? Like I can see things like that.
Yeah.
The problem is with a mind like that, it's going all the time and I enjoy my thoughts.
Yeah.
So like just laying there on a blanket looking up at the sky, I'll just be thinking and thinking and thinking, and that is wonderful to me.
Yeah.
But with the Calm app, I would get hooked on somebody's accent or get hooked on this and just like totally start to think about it and like pick it apart, and then that's all. That's not calming to me.
Yeah. And I think he talks about this, like, important to just find your brand. So I can't meditate in the traditional way either yet. Maybe I'll get there someday. Something to strive for. But like, you know, I can, like my friend told me sometimes it's just about being present. So go on a walk and leave your phone.
I love that.
And even if you're in your head and thinking, like, you're on a walk, you're observing what's around you, like, you know. So
I'm going to try that.
To be a little more present. Yeah.
I'm going to try that. I'm going to just
Yeah.
leave my phone on it and go on a bike ride.
Yeah. For example.
Yeah.
Then his next level or whatever after the fitness and rest is deeper wellness. So this is where he talks about all the supplements, medical tests, future cures, self-tracking for best case aging, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So he just talks about all the. Do you take any supplements? Like, what do you take?
I take DHEA. I take maca root. I take D. I take this one that we'll have to afterbirth, which is like helps me absorb the D.
K.
There's K in it too.
Yeah.
I've just started taking mushrooms since this book. Not shrooms, not like the cool kind, y'all. No.
The loser kind.
The loser kind, like lion's mane, and there's a couple other kind. You said Reiki? Reiki?
Reishi.
Right, okay.
Reiki is the where they press on your feet. And
So I've just started that. I take zinc.
How do you take, like, do you have you take a handful of pills?
Pills.
Or what?
Pills more.
Okay.
I hate them.
Why don't you do liquid vitamin D?
I do. That's the one I do in liquid. Yeah. That's the one I do in liquid.
Yeah.
But so I've been taking supplements for years.
Okay.
I mean, do you take tons of supplements? What do you take?
I take vitamin D, and that's about it.
Really?
I know I should take more, but I'm gonna so this was one of the takeaways from this book is I'm gonna start taking more supplements because all I take really is vitamin D, and occasionally I take vitamin C.
And you have to be really careful because you're because I wanted you to take maca root and you said it made you sick.
I didn't feel good on it.
Yeah.
I felt really nauseous. So, but anyway, this chapter was great because he just talked about all the different supplements and why they're important, but it wasn't overdone. Do you know what I'm saying? There was just a few basics, which I really liked, and he explained why they're important and in a really simple way. So really got into that. And then he talked about antibiotics a lot. Like, obviously that they can be life-saving, but they're overused, and they are so overused in America.
Oh,
like Poland, antibiotics are like the last resort.
Okay, I want to tell everybody about this because I want to do it. There is some test, and I heard it on Armchair Expert. Kristen, his wife, Belle, was on. And she said there's a machine that you can blow into, and it will register whether or not you have the bacteria in your stomach that causes stomach cancer. And if nope, and if you do, you just take a series of antibiotics and you'll never have stomach cancer. Isn't that weird?
That's weird. We're gonna have to afterbirth that.
Well, definitely, but I want everyone to know about it because I don't want anybody I know to have stomach cancer. I think that sounds like a bad one.
That does sound like a bad one. What are you? When was the last time you took antibiotics? Do you take antibiotics? Like, what's your
every time I go to
Mexico on that?
Every time I go to Mexico, I like buy as many as Jason will let me, and then I may or may not hand them out to people as they need them.
You're like a dealer.
Because I think it's bullshit that like you have to go to the doctor if you have like a UTI or something like that.
See, Poland has an over-the-counter antibiotic specifically for UTIs that is not it's targeted just for UTIs.
It doesn't give you a yeast infection. It doesn't give you Okay.
See, I'm going to send you some of those. Okay. I'm going to send you some of those. Because they're over the counter.
Just and bring them to
much me. Better. They work much better. Yeah, I'll bring them to you. They work much better than antibiotics.
So I've always grabbed those, but I so rarely take them, and I don't like to take anything that you know my obsession with my gut health.
Yeah.
You know, I love my gut. I love my gut. I'm like coddling my gut at this point because I do think, and he talks about it. He agreed with me the whole way that it is basically the gateway to mental health, to physical health, to aging. Like it really is. If anybody wants, reach out to me and I will tell you how to fix your gut.
And he says that is the keystone to a good immune system is a healthy gut.
Yeah. So, and I can actually look at somebody and see if they have I can see on them if they have any swelling. I can't think of the word. Inflammation. Yeah. I can see inflammation on people. I can see it, and it's so sad because it's if their gums are inflamed or, their skin is kind of blotchy and stuff, that's happening on the inside too.
I know. And people go to dermatologists and they'll get creams.
I know.
I'm like, it's an inside job. It is not an outside job.
I know. Yeah. And whenever I go on vacation or somewhere like where I can't keep my gut health up, and I come home and I can see it. I'll get zits. I'll get I won't feel as good. I kind of feel a little lower in mood. But so.
Yeah.
This was an interesting chapter, and I would encourage. This book is so great. If you're 35, or higher, you definitely should hear it. If you're 30, and I would have loved to have this book at 30. Would you?
I know. Just to
get a jump on this shit show.
Just to get a jump on some of this. He also went through some myths and truths, and that was cool too because there's that myth that cholesterol is bad for you, and he called that out. He said cholesterol is good. It's essential to the body. It helps produce the hormones. It helps produce cell membranes. Your brain needs it to function. And my mom, her whole life, my mom is thin. Her whole life has been battling with this cholesterol, and I'm just like, I'm going to have her read this book and see what she thinks because he said it's not that, it's not that bad.
My sister and I, Chuck Norris, we talk about this a lot. Her husband has high cholesterol and he has triglyceride problems and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I just begged her to read this part of the book because I won't argue with her about it. It's none of my business, but she feels very strongly about it. Yeah. So I just want her to have all the information. And this is brand new. When did he write this book? It was 2 years, right? 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago. Because, he talks about COVID in it. So it had to be, It had to be maybe a year ago. And I think it's a very recent release.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good. What's the next chapter?
Next chapter, everyday habits. So just weaving great practices into your world, troubleshooting hidden stressors, and making the aging well lifestyle real. So he said to take into your account total load of all your stressors, meaning food, people you have around you, sleep, everything. Like what is your total load of stressors?
Yeah.
And then just tackle the low-hanging fruits, which I also loved.
I love that.
Don't fucking tackle the whole thing, just the low-hanging fruit. So I was like wondering what your low-hanging fruit is in terms of your stressors, like taking into account all of your stressors. What's like an easy one
to get rid of,
to tackle?
To kind of cut off? Tell me yours, and I'll get some of mine.
I think the supplements I could easily
add.
For me, it's easier to add something than just to stop doing something or subtract something. So drink more water, done. Take supplements, okay. I could do that. So these are the ones.
Yeah.
For me.
I think eating less has been like, I've just been eating a lot less, and I think I've lost weight. Just parking far away and like those kind of things. I've walked to the beach, the like little things that I used to do all the time, and I've just cut them out. And I mean, doing things I want to do. I know that sounds terrible, but like I have caught myself into so much doing things for others that I don't want to do. So I'm literally like just trying to do what I want to do these days.
Okay. Saying no to the stuff you don't want to do. That's okay. That's good. What I loved in this chapter was he had a whole thing on switching up your shoes. So not just to wear comfortable shoes all the time, but switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I love that too. Because I think that's what the one thing I'm taking out of this book, and I know we're not there yet, but like how he says variety is really important in everything. Exercise, food, everything. And I love that because I think variety is the spice of life.
Yeah.
So he's like, change it up, have a range of shoes. I'm like, oh, I can buy them, thank you.
You know what? This means I should buy more shoes. And I have bought shoes.
Yeah.
Do you want to see my shoes?
Yes, let me see your shoes.
These are adorable.
I love them. I even love the bottoms.
I know they're called
so cute.
They're called Rothy's, and
oh my god,
they're
so
emerald green, which I love. I bought for St. Patrick's Day,
and they have purple insoles.
Yep, they're adorned with purple, and like on the bottom they've got like a neon yellow, and they're just like absolutely so comfortable the minute you put them on. They're pretty true to size, but I think everybody should go on Rothy's and buy them. And I think there's an armchair expert code.
Oh,
you'll have to listen to it.
Oh, we don't have a code yet.
I didn't get a deal on them, but I was listening later and I was like, oh, I just ordered a pair of those. God damn it. I never get a good deal on anything. But I actually do get good deals most of the time. But it's like, so these shoes are amazing. Yeah. Love them.
Okay, I'm going to order a pair too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you ordered a 6 or 6.5?
I ordered 6.5. And I could put a sock in it.
Okay. Thanks for letting us know. All right. Well, his final level of health is inner health. And this was one of my favorite chapters too. Cultivating joy, happiness, calm, intimacy, and curiosity. And he said not to ignore the soft but crucial aspects of aging well. So these are like the soft skills of aging well. And this is my favorite quote. Your diet isn't just what you eat, but who you hang out with. What you listen to, what you read, where you spend your free time, what you watch on screen. It's everything you take in. That is your diet. And I love that. I
fucking love that.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because I've already decided. I decided in the last months that I'm not hanging out with people I don't appreciate.
Yeah.
I'm just not. I don't give
I'm
a
not.
fuck.
I'm not eating junk food people. They're junk food people.
They're junk
They're
food.
junk food.
For me, they don't. I'm intolerant to the people. It's like.
Yeah.
So, and I don't want to put them down either. I just don't want, if you're not good for me, you're not good for Scarlett, and you're not good for Jason, I'm just not doing it,
Yeah.
And I have so many people, like I have these three other friends that I go out with. About once a month, we try to get together. My friend Lena, who's like, her name, she's a fucking rock star powerhouse. My friend Tatiana, a fucking rock star powerhouse. My friend Erica, a fucking rock star powerhouse. These women, when they get together, they talk about their exciting news, their businesses, what's going on, how their favorite things that they've found to eat. They talk about their fucking families and their friends and things that they found funny. And they're always looking for good. And I think that, like, I'm having dinner with them tomorrow night, and I'm like,
Nice.
just people that I'm like is so excited to be around. And I don't have to like pretend or play politics or anything like that. Like I just don't have fucking time.
They're good for you. It's like eating what's good for you. These are people that are good for you.
Yep. They're my kimchi, my kale, my freaking
You're my kimchi.
Do you have anybody in your life that you just like feel better around?
You.
Well, of course you.
Yeah.
You're my number one. we fucking started a business because we love being around each other so much.
We're like, let's monetize.
Exactly.
Yeah, I do have people like that. For sure.
So good.
For
It's
sure.
so good. It's like and I whenever I have a meeting with you, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Like I really I get excited about it, and I think that that's really important.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, he mentions that, and he mentions like the surrounding yourself with these people, and then he talks about dropping resentments. He said that's like a big one. Like he's like, it's human nature to have resentments, but if you can let it go, it'll help your actual physical health. So that's pretty interesting too.
Scarlett, Jason, and I just had a dinner last night about how good it feels to wish people who don't wish us well.
To wish them well.
Wish them well, but even like how good it feels to wish others well. Yeah. And it's like how the energy of negativity and wishing someone that maybe they'll get a lesson taught to them. It doesn't have to be specific, but when you're calling out for that, you feel like shit. So we took a moment during dinner and said all the people that kind of rub us the wrong way or that have lied to us or used us or whatever it is. And I said, all right, let's wish them well. Let's picture them having a good life. And
I like that.
Yeah, it felt good. And we all got up from the table a little lighter.
Yeah, because there's that quote, I think it was Nelson Mandela, like having a resentment is like drinking poison and then waiting for the other person to die.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what do you do when you have a resentment? Like, do you do anything with it, or do you work through it, or like everyone gets resentments? Do you have a process for resentments, or do you just kind of let it fade, or do you let time take it, or what do you do?
Well, short of payback. No, I'm just kidding.
Revenge.
Revenge
is
the best.
Revenge is excellent for resentments.
I figure if you just burn their house down, you're even. No, just kidding. So, I've witnessed it so many times. People fuck me over. People don't do the right thing. And I have to do nothing. They literally, life is just that way. You don't have to do anything. If they're not on the up and up, they're going to be on the down and down.
Yeah.
I just wait.
Yeah. But how do you work on that anger in you, right? Like, do you just let it go immediately, or does it take a while to process? Because
I sit with sadness pretty hard. I sit in grief because, when someone lets you down, I've been let down by a lot of people in my life, a lot of people that shouldn't let you down. And, I really grieve the relationship or the person that I thought they were. But in the end, walking away is the only answer. So I walk away and I move on and I create a life that I wanted to begin with. You know what I mean? There's no, life just pays them back. I don't have to like hate them. The truth usually will come out.
Yeah.
I try to tell it unless it doesn't behoove the situation. If it's just to hurt somebody, the truth, if you, it's the truth. Well, if it's going to hurt somebody, don't say it.
Oh, I know. My mentor says that all the time. Like, if I was to go up to you and say, "Is my daughter ugly?" you wouldn't say yes if you thought so.
Her daughter's beautiful. You talk about her all the time.
Yeah, she is beautiful.
Yeah. So the truth is not something to be played with. But usually when somebody's been deceitful or let you down, it is usually what sets you free. In a way.
Yeah, if people show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah. Oh, I love that line. If people show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
And if they don't act like you're important, they don't think you're important.
Yeah. He's just not that into you.
He's just not that into you, girl. What do you do? What's your thing?
I have a worksheet. I mean, honestly, I'm an alcoholic, so resentments can kill me because it can lead me back to the drink. So I can't afford justified anger.
Okay.
I really can't. So
I can't afford justified anger. I love that line.
Yeah, I leave that to those better qualified to handle it. But
is anybody qualified to handle justified anger?
People that aren't addicts, they won't drink over it.
Oh, okay.
Right. So or they won't use over it, and I might. So I have a whole worksheet. I write down the person I'm resentful for. Okay. And then I go through a list of questions. I can make it, you know what, I can post it on our website if somebody's interested. I think that would be really cool.
Or, you know what, if anybody wants it, she'll send it to you. So just reach out. Me. Yeah. DM. Yeah. Don't email your grandpa.
DM. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Reach out to us on Instagram.
You know what? Leave me a message on my...
my answering machine.
Smoke signal me.
No, it's funny because I look. So the worksheet entails what has this person hurt in you? Was it your pride? Was it your ego? Was it your ambition? Was it your sense of self?
Yeah.
Was it like what was that? What part did that person touch? And then where was I self-seeking? Like I have to look at my part in this whole thing, and it usually comes from. I tend to hold people to a really high standard.
So do I.
And that's where I have to say, have I ever made a mistake?
I always hold myself so high, so it's not like I'm not torturing it. It's not scissor work. Don't I'm doing the same thing to myself, but like it's And have you? I once wrote a quote, and I love it, and it says, "It's okay to cry all day when you realize you're the problem."
Yeah.
Because usually it is. If somebody's fucked ya, they start fucking
You
way
gave him the dildo.
before. Yeah.
Chances are,
Yeah.
you gave them the dildo.
Yeah, I mean, I totally did. But yeah, so
Chances are.
I don't like the word dildo.
Vibrator.
Well, that's more my speed, but like, like dildo is such a weird word. But Scarlett,
Where did it come from? Where did that word come from?
Well,
We have to afterbirth where that word
we
came
will. And Scarlett one time said, she said a cuss word, like she was like 2. And I was like, Scarlett, we don't want to use that word. Like, don't call somebody that. She's like, should I call him a dildo? I was like,
That's so
absolutely. Yes. That's a yes. Wow.
You dildo.
I thought I probably called someone a dildo. Shit.
A moist dildo.
I'm like, look at this dildo. Drive, dildo.
Drive, dildo, drive.
Don't be a dildo.
All right.
So
what are you taking from this part of the book?
I mean, I think that seeking my meditation that works for me is great. Taking a bike ride, just surrounding myself with more people that I absolutely love.
Yeah.
And that I actually receive something of some encouraging, loving part back. Like with you, I never go away from you feeling empty.
Yeah.
And I do have some relationships in my life that I walk away and I just feel like used. I'm getting nothing in return, like from the friendship. So not putting them down or anything, but just going more towards my people.
Yeah.
What about you? What
What am I taking from it? The supplements, number 1.
Yes.
And then the chapter, he gave a whole list of blood tests, hormonal, levels of different things. I'm literally printing that out and I'm going to take it to the clinic and I'm going to get all those tested because I'm just really curious. Because he said, do you want to be normal or do you want to be optimal? And he gave the levels that are optimal. So I want to be optimal.
I want to print that off too because I just got this blood work done and I'll take it with me.
Cool.
All right, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Wait, what book are we doing next?
We are doing the 5-second rule.
Oh my God, so excited.
The 5-second rule, which I'm going to tell you by who.
It is the 5-second
by Mel Robbins. Mel Robbins, the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins. I've started it. It sounds really good.
Good.
So, we'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us. Rate and follow us if you like us. If you don't, please don't.
And come visit us at www.theweneedhelppodcast.com. There you can find show notes, links for books. You can join Audible, which is, how we actually read our books. We listen to them. And we have special exclusive content just for you. Also, feel free to subscribe to our Patreon account. That's where you can support us financially because we need it. And it can be anywhere from $1 to $100 billion a month, whatever you can afford. And the link to our Patreon account is www.patreon, and that's spelled patreon.com/We Need Help Podcast. And you can support us on there. We would really appreciate it because we do need help.
Awesome. And we will see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Thanks,
Bye.
loves. Bye.